4 elements to telling your story. Element number 1 is your background. Your background. What is your background? Every one of you has a background. You might be a teacher, might be a nurse, might be a construction worker, business person. You don't need to be a double amputee Mount Everest climber who's blind in order to have an amazing story. Okay? Your background, whatever it is fine. Waitress, clergy, Air Force logistics officer, a mom, a dentist. What's your background? That's number 1. Number 2, what were some of the things that you did not like about your background? Okay? Number 2, what are some of the things you did not like about your background? An example I like to use for this is teachers. If you're a teacher, let me see if I can describe, say because I kind of think of myself as a teacher, but let's say I'm a teacher teaching 6th grade mathematics in school. I could say, hey, my name is Eric Worry, and as you might know, I'm a teacher. You know what? I love teaching. I love seeing when a child's eyes light up and they get it and they feel empowered, and it makes me happy to be a teacher. And part of me is always going to want to be a teacher, but let me tell you something. Some of the things that aren't so great about being a teacher, it's a very political environment. You got to watch your back. A lot of politics in the education system. No matter how great of a teacher I am, there's only so much I'm going to get paid. There's this whole tenure system, and some people who are not as good of a teacher as me are going to make more money than I make. I'm a little bit of a slave to the system because everybody knows that I love teaching, so they know that I'll pay for those extra supplies, and they know I'll put in those extra hours, and they know I'll be grading those papers at home when I'm not on the clock, and they know. So it can be frustrating. It can be income limiting. It can be time overwhelming. So that's some of the things I didn't like, right? So teacher, here's some of the things. If you're a teacher, did I describe your life a little bit accurately? No matter what you do, no matter how much you love it or hate it, there's something that maybe isn't completely all the way there. Okay? So your background, what you didn't like. Part 3, that you found a solution. You found something to be able to fix those problems. You're not just complaining about problems and leaving people there. You're talking about those challenges. You say, I found something. I found a way for me to be able to use my teaching background, but not have the limitations that I had before. I found a way to have an impact on people's lives. I found a way to take charge of my time. I found a way to be able to make more money. I found a way to be able to have a bigger difference. Found a way. And part 4 is how you feel about the future. So now when I wake up in the morning, I don't feel exhausted and taken advantage of. Now when I wake up in the morning, I feel like I'm on purpose, and I'm building something for the first time, and I can see blue sky when all I saw was a ceiling before. I'm appreciated now instead of just being tolerated. I'm being celebrated. I'm surrounded with like-minded people. I've got a plan. I've got a dream. I've got a direction. So 4 steps. Your background, what you didn't like, that you found a solution, and how you feel about the future. And of those 4, what do you think is the most important? A, B, C, or D? Background, pain, solution, and how you feel about the future. Here's the truth. It's B. It's your pain. It's the challenge that maybe you were facing. When I do this live with people, we have a live event, I'll have you do this together and kind of role play it. And the feedback that I get is, wow, this person's just like me. This person has the same doubts, fears, anxiety that I have. This person, underneath all of this stuff, we're all pretty much the same. We share the same challenges and doubts and fears. And when you connect with another human being and you show your authentic self and you share that pain, they're willing to listen to the rest.